Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I am super excited for this video because today I'm going to talk about Emme Cosmetics, which is an indie brand based out of Canada. And spoiler alert, I love their products and I really want to just shine a little spotlight on them and talk about them today because they're all really high quality and I feel like they deserve so much more love. They're definitely very underrated. I don't hear people talking about them nearly enough, so I wanted to go ahead and kind of do like a review, and I have a few different types of products to talk about from them. I'm going to talk about their metallic eyeshadows, their matte eyeshadows, their highlighter formula, and their lipstick formula, and I'm just going to review and swatch and go all in on all the different shades, and then at the end of the video I will just do a quick little look, which is what I have on my face today, and show you all the products in action so you can see how they apply. And I'm just super excited to share these with y'all today. So I have just a tiny little collection from Emme Cosmetics. I've made 2 mini orders over time and I really would like to buy more from them. So this is what my Emme Cosmetics collection looks like. It's just these products. It's not that much, but it's definitely still worth talking about. So I've got 1 highlighter from them, and then I have, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 metallic shadows, one of which is a duochrome, and 2 mattes, and then a really beautiful lipstick, which I have talked about this lipstick quite a bit in the past, so I'm just super excited. Before I jump up into talking about the products, I figured I would just give you a quick overview of Emme Cosmetics and who they are. I'm just reading off from their About Us section on their website. They said, Emme Cosmetics is a small business based in Waterloo, Canada. We manufacture and sell our own makeup and cosmetic line. Our products are all handmade and cruelty-free. They are formulated with few ingredients, which makes them a healthier option. Our objective is to create great quality products that are made individually with love and care. They have their own charm, being handmade specifically for our lovely clients. We love very much what we do, and we always are motivated to expand our product line with new, fun, and very creative items. We hope you enjoy your visit and have fun shopping. I always have fun shopping. That's the problem. So like I said twice already, they are based in Canada. So whenever I tell you the prices, they are going to be in Canadian dollars. So just to give you an idea, if you are thinking of US dollars, this is a very rough estimate, but just to let you know, it does go down. So like if their highlighter is $12, that might be like $9 US dollars. Let me just look it up because I'm horrible. Oh my gosh, it's exactly $9. I'm so smart. Okay, it's $8.93, but what can you say? And also, if you're curious how much I paid in shipping, it was $8.49 CAD, which is not bad at all. Really great pricing, especially for like crossing a border. It's like very reasonable. And I believe it took maybe like 2 weeks to get to me. The first time I ordered, because it was a normal time, and then the second time I ordered, it was Black Friday. So they had a lot more orders, and I think it took maybe like 3 weeks of processing time. It was a little bit longer because they had a good sale, which is to be expected, but overall no problems in the shipping department, and everything came really well packaged. Alright, so let's just go ahead and start off by talking about highlighter, which is the first thing I have in my little palette here, and I have the shade Peach Silk. It is so creamy and like it's so pigmented, like just barely dipping into the pan. It is super, super metallic. I love this shade because I feel like it is a really beautiful peachy glow, but for fair skin tones, which there's what it looks like. I really want to try more of their highlighters because I am head over heels in love with this particular highlight. I actually had it for quite a while before I tried it, just because I kind of forgot about it because I'm the worst, but I think I used it for the first time in a first impression video maybe like a month or so ago, and from first impression I loved it. I was like, this is so beautiful, so glowy. I love the shade. I love the formula. I feel like it looks so beautiful on the skin. It does not emphasize texture and it's just really, really lovely. So I was already happy with it from the start, but then I remember that day I wore it and I must have had my makeup on for like 12 hours or something crazy, and I remember that night before I went to wash it off, I was like, you can still see my highlighter. You can see my highlighter strong. Like this highlight, I feel like it almost has a little bit of thickness to it. Like it's creamy, but it's kind of thick, and I feel like it really sticks to the cheeks very well because this highlight lasts for crazy amounts of time on my skin. I feel like I was just blown away by the lasting power of this highlighter, especially because I do have a toddler who loves to touch my face all the time. So if my face makeup makes it through the day, it says a lot of things about the quality of the face makeup. So I'm super, super happy with the highlighter. Like it is just everything about the formula. There's nothing I would change about it. It is perfect. So I love it. I mean, you guys can see, like, it is beautiful, and I really suggest this shade if you have fair skin. I think it's really pretty. It's definitely got like kind of like a pink base to it, but it has those peachy reflex, and I don't know, I feel like this actually is unique from my collection because I feel like it's really hard to find a peachy shade that goes really well with fair skin tones, because a lot of times peaches have a little bit more depth to them and they go really well for like a tan or like a deep skin tone. It looks absolutely gorgeous, but this one I found to be perfect for me, so I love it. So now we can go ahead and talk about the eyeshadows, which I also am in love with. This whole video is going to be a glowing review, honestly, and I'm just super happy with my purchases. So I do have 5 different metallics here, and they have so many different shades to choose from. They are all so beautiful. I'm actually overwhelmed whenever I'm on their website because they have so many beautiful metallic shades. I actually did discover them through Lou Devi Beauty. I'll link their Instagram down below in case you want to check them out, because they do absolutely stunning swatches, and they did help me narrow down which shades I wanted to try the absolute most. So I have quite a few metallics, and here, I'll just go through them really quickly. I have this really beautiful blue, which is called Hawaii. Like, that's, like, I just barely touched it. Like, it's crazy. They are kind of, they feel similar to the highlighter formula, where they're like a little bit thicker and creamy and just like so beautifully, so beautiful. I don't know why I keep saying beautifully when I mean, but really stunning. As far as putting these on the eyes, I think they do apply absolutely beautifully with your fingers, but I know not everyone loves that, so I would suggest using a brush. Like today I used the Colored Rain one, which has a little bit more, like, it's still a flatter brush, but it has a little bit something to it. I would even suggest something more fluffy than this, because if you use something that's like super flat brush, like this one from Sigma, like, this does not pick up the product at all. This does if you kind of wiggle it back and forth and let the bristles kind of move it around. So definitely, just like, if you get them, try different brushes and see what works best for you. But I feel like something that's, it's still flat but a little bit fluffy, has a little bit of texture, picks them up really well. I just have brushes everywhere, and I don't have one to show you in this exact moment that I can think of. Oh, but I want to show you. I'm going to show you. Alright, I have 3 little different flat brushes here, and I don't normally do brush swatches because I find them kind of boring and it's just not my vibes. But I'll show you really quickly just to give you an idea of what each brush picks up the shadow. So here we'll take some of Hawaii, grab a little bit, do a fair chance, you know, get it in there. And here is what it looks like. Absolutely stunning. Just kidding. Okay. And then the Colored Rain one, like I said, this one does have a little bit more texture to it, but I'd be more like likely to kind of, you know, just grab in there. And here's what that one looks like. So you can see that one's a little bit better. And then we'll do this last one, which has a little bit of fluff to it. This is literally just the e.l.f. like $1 brush. I have so many of these, it's ridiculous. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing. Just grab the same amount. And there's what the e.l.f. one looks like. So that just shows you really well. It all depends on what brush you're using. I feel like sometimes that first brush will pick up different shimmer shades beautifully and it works wonderful. But a lot of times I prefer a really fluffy brush because it does the best application. Alright, so the next shimmer I have here is Evergreen, and this is a really beautiful green shade. It almost has a little bit of an olive undertone to it, but I just love it. Wait, let me just show you. Like, okay, barely touching my finger. Look. Isn't that crazy? Like, the pigmentation is real. Grabbing a little bit more just to show you a good swatch, but you really don't need much at all. So there's Evergreen. Man, my little vein here is always trying to mess with my swatches, but it's super beautiful. Has a little bit of goldness to it as well. Just stunning. Next we have Urban Fairy, which this is definitely one of my favorite metallic shades. It is just, oh, it is so soft, and oh, I got cat hair in there. I don't know how that happened, but this is the most beautiful shade. It's like a lavender. Oh my gosh. Okay. It is a lavender and it's so metallic and beautiful and just everything. I have it on my inner corner today just because I was trying to use all the shades in one look, but this all over the lid is absolutely stunning, and this one actually does have like a gold shift to it as well. Like, you just cannot beat how beautiful these shades are. Oh man, the more I talk about how much I love them, the more I'm like, I need to make another order. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't know, I just live for a good purple shade, and that is beautiful, especially if you take the matte next to it that I'm going to talk about in a minute, and you just do like a soft purple in the crease, and then you do this all over the lid. So beautiful. All right, next shimmer is or metallic I should say, definitely not shimmer, is this shade called Unexpected, and this is a duochrome. I guess you can kind of see it like that. It has a purple base with a like gold green reflect, and this one again is so beautiful. This one is just the tiniest bit less creamy than some of the others, but it's still really pigmented and beautiful. So hopefully you guys can see that shift there. Stunning. These shadows make me want to hum. Like, that's how real this love is. Last but not least, for the metallic shades, we have this purple here called Wildflower, which is again so beautiful. It's like, I don't even know how to describe this shade. It kind of reminds me of a blueberry, because you know blueberries are kind of purple. I don't know if that's stupid, but I just love this shade so much. It is a really, really beautiful purple, and yeah, I mean, it's not as unique as some of the other shades, but it's still so pigmented and metallic and just a beautiful addition to any look, I would say. Obviously, you can see I love the metallic formula. I find it easy to work with, super, super intense, which is personally what I prefer, and these do retail for $7 Canadian each. So now moving on to the matte formula, I only have 2 shades, and that's because they have more of a limited shade selection when it comes to the mattes. They released them sometime last year and said like they had been working on them for over a year, perfecting their formula, and they came out with a bunch of neutral shades, which is fine. That's what most people prefer, and honestly, I love this formula so much I would look back and see maybe if some of the neutral shades would work for me, but I ended up getting the 2 really colorful shades. Surprise, surprise. So this shade here is called, I just forgot. Really? Palm leaf, maybe? Palm tree. All right, that should be easy enough to remember. My mom has a palm tree tattoo. And then this shade is called Lilly, and these are beautiful. They do have a bunch of kickbacks, so I would definitely recommend tapping off your brush, going in super lightly. They are extremely pigmented. I'm just gonna show you like real quick, like, oh, so creamy. I'm barely touching the pans, and that's what they look like. So here are the 2 matte shades swatched. I don't know if you can tell. I know swatches aren't everything, but do you see how smooth that is? Like, they blend like a dream. Today I have the purple in my crease, and that's the only matte shade I have. So, you know, I did kind of take my time to build it up in the crease and blend it out and have like a full look using only 1 matte shade because I wanted to stick to just these shadows. But like, it blends so well, and I feel like the tone of this purple too, like, it's not too cool tone. Like, I have used this in conjunction with my Naked Heat palette quite a bit, and it is so beautiful together. There's just something about like a super warm crease and then adding in this purple. It is like just a wonderful match. I can't even describe it. I don't even like, I feel like it doesn't even seem like it would go together really well, but I love that kind of look, and I just feel like the quality of all these shadows is amazing. The matte shades are $8 Canadian each, but I think that they're really, really, really great, and I hope that they are working on expanding the color range because I really like them. I really, really do, and I would love to be able to do more full looks with their shadows and their mattes, and right now, like, I am a little bit limited to have to use other brands, which is not the end of the world. There's lots of brands that I love, but I would really hope to see more from them because I think that I mean, look at them. Look at them. They're so good. All right, so that is all for the shadows and the highlighter. I mean, so good. So good. And I know I feel like it's so weird that I've come to this point in my channel that I have to say this, but it's like, if I don't say it's sponsored, then it's not sponsored. I got a question the other day on a video where I was raving about something and they're like, is this sponsored? I'm like, no, it's not. It's not sponsored. I have absolutely no relationship with the brand, no code, no PR, nothing. So like, this is just stuff that I bought myself and that I love. So next is their lipstick, which this is actually the reason why I tried the brand. The packaging suckered me in. I'm not even that much of a packaging girl, but I just love this. It reminds me of like something you would buy from MAC, and like legit, like this looks like MAC and Mariah Carey or something like that. So I love the packaging and that's what drew me in. And I believe that this is 12 Canadian dollars. They do have a few different shades, but obviously I went for the most nude, and this is the shade Comfy. I will say the sticker definitely kind of like, it doesn't look the best. It like kind of stuck in some places, and it doesn't look as cute as it possibly could, especially going with like this beautiful lipstick. Not the end of the world, just thought I would mention it. And then here is what it looks like, and I feel like this lipstick confused me because I feel like in the jar, or in the tube, it looks so cool toned and it looks dark, but this is what I have on my lips today. I feel like it's a little bit more sheer. I wouldn't say it's a matte finish, but I also wouldn't say it's glossy. It's kind of like that like satin right in the middle. It is super comfy. It lasts a decent amount of time in the lips, but I would say like it is a bullet lipstick. Like I don't expect a bullet lipstick to last that long, but it does stay comfortable. And I mean, I have super dry lips and it looks really nice, and I didn't even like use chapstick in the last few hours or anything because I really should have, but I was busy, so I haven't. But it still looks beautiful and it doesn't emphasize any of my dryness or texture on my lips, so I really like the formula, honestly. I think the first time I tried this lipstick I was a little bit iffy about the color, but I really do like it the more I've used it over time. I think I had this in a Shop My Stash a few months ago, and I mean, I don't know if it looks like I've used that much because I like never go through lipsticks, but I do pull this out quite a bunch and I just love it. It's probably one of my favorite indie like lipstick products. I just feel like it's such a go-to, and it's a really great color. Again, I hope they expand. I think they actually have came out with more lip products. I think they may have came out with like lip glosses or something too, which I'd be curious to try. I don't know, it even on my hand it looks a different color everywhere, but on the lips I really like what it ends up being, so it's all good. So obviously overall it is definitely a rave review. I am going to wipe off all these swatches now before I end up getting them all over myself, but I am really happy with everything I've bought from Emme Cosmetics. I would highly recommend checking them out. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say for the review portion of this video, but I think that pretty much sums it up. Like, I am overall really happy, and I think that's everything I have to say, so let's go ahead and jump on into this look. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with this matte purple right here called Lilly, and I'm going to go ahead and place this shadow directly on my outer V and then through my crease. I'm honestly just going to be kind of sloppy with this right now. And then I'm just going to go ahead and kind of build that shade up a little bit because this is the only matte shade I'm using in my crease today. So I'm just going to kind of make sure it's like as deep as it possibly can be, a little bit lower down, and then I will fluff it upwards and make it more of a like lighter purple. So I'm just taking that same brush and no additional product and just kind of going over the edges, just kind of blending this out a little bit, nothing extreme. I'm going to go in with a different brush in a moment, but just doing what I can with this first. So I'm going to grab a fluffy brush and I'm going to dip just the tiniest amount into that shade and tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to go over this and just blend, because I want to do like a sheer layer of the purple because I am only using one matte shade. And then I'm just going to go back and forth with the other brush and just continue blending between the two. I have used this shade with other matte shades before, obviously, and like lighter colors, which is the easiest way to do it. This is a like, I would say like a good mid-tone purple, so it's not the ideal shade to use for a transition and for your crease color, but I'm just trying to stick to only Emme Cosmetics today. Alright, I think I am happy with that blend. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take this metallic purple right here, which is called Wildflower, And I'm going to go ahead and put that on my outer part of my lid right here. I'm going to grab the brush that I was using before for the matte shade and just blend the outer V. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and grab this beautiful blue shade right here called Hawaii. And I'm going to put that onto the inner half of my lid. I'm going to take just a touch more of the purple and just tap it and make sure that they're blending together pretty well. Alright, I'm going to start the lower lash line off with Palm Tree, this matte green. And I'm just going to like lightly blend this along the lower lash line. Kind of buff it out because I'm going to go with some shimmers over it. This is just gonna kind of be the base. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and take this metallic green called Evergreen, and I'm gonna pop that onto the like middle of the lower lash line right here. Now I'm gonna take the Duochrome Unexpected, and I'm gonna pop that on like the inner part of my lower lash line. Last but not least, for the eyeshadow, I'm going to take this shade Urban Fairy, and I'm going to pop this on the inner corner. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eyes by adding the Linda Howberry Calm Mood Pencil and then some mascara. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and dip into the Peach Silk Highlighter. This highlighter is so beautiful. And then for lipstick, I'm going to go into Comfy. Alright, so this is the finished look using the Emme Cosmetics products, and I really loved how it turned out. I feel like it's so glowy and it was so simple and easy to achieve, but still perfect for spring. So I hope you guys enjoyed the look and getting to learn a little bit about Emme Cosmetics if you weren't already familiar with them. Like I said in the beginning, I feel like they are super underrated and deserving of a lot more love and attention, so I will have everything linked down below if you want to check out their site and see if anything that they have catches your eye, because I feel like they do have overall really great quality products. So if you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.